a terrifying 5-flash comp. One mistake could lead to being permanently flashed. But G2, the #1 team in the Americas League, is about to show us a strat that not only destroys Senos' comp, but dominates Fracture. The winner of this pistol round will be the first to snowball. G2 opened with 1 A main and 4 players dish. G2 want to quietly walk up dish. Jonah P has his breach stun out, ready to stun off his team's contact. And to hide this strat, Trent, who's starting alone south side, will be making noise A main, solo faking an A main take. But Trent might be in grave danger because Senos are opening with 3 players A. Narrate, JongQT, and Zekken are all laser focused on A main. The round begins. JongQT, Taeho missiles A main. Zekken scales up behind the missiles. Meanwhile, G2 are quietly tiptoeing up dish. And now, back south side, Trent activates. He Taeho crabs into A main. The crab suppresses Zekken. He can't TP out. So Trent missiles A main. Zekken's forced to hop away. JongQT opens the door to protect them. But Senos are fighting ghosts because G2 are actually dish. They've successfully snuck up to Senos' doorstep undetected. And so they begin their execute. G2 float onto site. Senos see this. They're coming out dish. Let's hunt down this A main guy. Senos call. So JongQT and Zekken charge down A main. Trent yells, "They're pushing me. I need help." Jog and Jonah P run into A main to help, but they're so far away. Will they make it in time?
Evacuate away from this play. The South was pushing them back, but this is a call by Sentinels. They want to fight this one forwards into the spawn, see if they can catch Trent unaware. He's got to hear these rumble of the footsteps, and he's playing the slightest of off angles, right by the ropes as well. He has an exit strategy, but he might just want to take the fights to them.
Beautifully played from Trent. He didn't even need backup. 5v3 now. G2 up. Spike is planted, and A main control is G2's. Senos know they have to force a pick to stabilize the round.
With a 2-player disadvantage now, forced to see if they can make risks and plays of their own, but Narrate is just swept away. G2.
And G2 flawlessly win the pistol round without even taking a scratch of damage. A much needed win for G2 on this crucial map. But next round, G2 are about to make a risky decision that could either cement their victory or shatter it completely. G2 are doing something strange. 4 players only buy half armor. This makes Senos' pistols way more lethal than they should be. Look at the credits. 3 G2 players are basically half buying, saving enough credits to full buy rifles next round. Is this too bold of a save on a round that should be a free win? But G2 have a plan that fully utilizes this specific buy. G2 open with all 5 players south side. 4 players B main. They want to use their close range SMGs to rush B. And Sentinels, who are on a save, call to stack A. They guessed wrong, so G2 are about to execute onto a free site. The barriers drop, Jogamo nades B main, and G2 rush forward. At the same time, Zelsa's Vice flashes arcade. It doesn't spot anything, so Zelsa's farms the ult orb. G2 also grab the ult orb B main. Then they begin their execute. G2 crab up, drop smokes. At the same time, from B main, Leaf pops his Vice flash north side. Zelsa's in arcade can hear all this. He thinks he could be getting pinched, but when in reality, there's no one north side.
Of whether the defense decides to go aggressive in a certain area.
4 lanes, the coin flip.
There is more of that in this map than most others.
Celsius. Oh, he just peeks his gun out.
And Jogamo draws first blood. Trent gets a spike down. Then he immediately shifts to B main. G2 know that when attackers hit B, it's common for defenders to flank from A main. So G2 call to group B main and hold for that. But Leaf says, chill, they haven't triggered my Vice wall yet. They aren't flanking. So G2 triple up B main, focused on receiving Senos' retake. But Senos, sitting in their spawn behind G2 smokes, are like, yeah, this retake's doomed. Unlucky we gambled wrong. So Senos call to wait out the time and spawn and die to the spike, so they don't feed G2 all orbs and credits. But G2 are still on edge. It's way too quiet, they're saying. So they get proactive. Leaf throws a Razor Vine lineup from B main to Gen to slow down a retake. Trent sends his missiles from B main to arcade for Jogamo to peek.
As well, is the Raze nade for plant denial. You still have salvos, you still have aftershock.
Arcade is cleared. With time running low, G2 knows Sentinels must be playing to die to spike, so they call to hunt.
As much utility. See how that kind of stuff plays out.
And the hunt begins for a couple of kills, see if he can string together.
And G2 successfully hunt down Sentinels to get their second flawless round. But next round, Sentinels will be on a dangerous full buy. Sentinels open with 2B, 3A. Stall util towards B, and we're gonna kill you util A main and sand. But G2 are neither B nor A main. And G2 open with 4 dish, 1 A main. The exact same opening as pistol round. It worked flawlessly the first time, especially with Trent getting 2 kills by himself. But will it work again? Especially since Sentinels are now fully armed with rifles? The round begins. Jonah P holds out his breach stun as the rest of G2 slowly walk up dish. At A main, Trent doesn't hear any util from Sentinels, so he sends out his crab to dance.
Push to drone.
John QT responds by missiling A main. Trent backs off. Zekin takes base A main. Trent takes out his missiles. He launches them A main, stopping Zekin's push. G2 are silently making their way up dish.
Bit of noise being made.
Contact taken. The execute begins. Jogamo soars onto the site. Sentinels see this. They're coming out dish. Let's hunt down this A main guy. Sentinels call, so Zekin and Narrate charge down A main. Trent yells, "They're pushing me. I need help." But G2 are nowhere close.
On to G2, Jogamo will make an attempt to conquer, and
Trent gets triple flash and taken down. History will not be repeating itself. G2 plant the spike, but they have no space in this post plant after losing A main to Sentinels. G2 know this is bad, so they call to take the fight to Sentinels before they get swarmed.
him gone, they don't have to worry about the A main flank too much, and G2 don't really have the weaponry to be taking straight up duels here. They're pushing spawn. Yeah, risk to their own. Zell says, just layering down and raining them down with lead on top of it, man. Still from the back.
And Sentinels convincingly wipe out G2. But next round, G2 will also be on their full buy. And that's when the game truly begins. G2 are changing it up. They want to go B this round. But unlike round 2, where they had everyone start B main, this round they're doing an arcade-heavy B split. As for Sentinels, they're doing the exact same setup as last round. After all, G2 haven't seen their B setup yet. But will this Vice Brimstall setup be enough to deal with G2's B split? The barriers drop, Valen lobs a molly lineup for Heaven, and Leaf flashes B main. Bang immediately responds by smoking and mauling B main. At the same time, from the north, G2 starts scaling up behind their Teho crab. Jonah P flashes the corner. Sentinels start rotating B, with Zekin solo holding A main. But there's no lurker. G2 are committed to the B execute.
On this map.
Last time we saw G2 play, they were fast tempo, which is a little bit unusual. You expect them to be more of that slower defaulting team. But on this map, they just ran a bunch of fast set plays.
Oh, the repeat, put a boom in your face, just makes it a bit of a mistake there still. It's answered back, that was John QT just layering down that covering fire. And the Thorns, that's a sound cue.
Yeah, that's so good.
Leave, here's the reposition of Bang, and knows to punish. Conventional drift going to be expended though. Zekin has got to do something to try and turn the tide of this fight. Sweeping their way out through the smokes. A bit of ground's going to be gained out through and wide.
And G2 systematically dismantles Sentinels' retake. That was perfectly played from G2. On their execute, their crab clears all of arcade and scans and suppresses Bang and Canteen, so Sentinels don't have smokes to stop the push. G2 then util dump Heaven. With the Brim Molly, Raise Nade, Breach Stun, and missiles for Heaven, that spot becomes impossible to play. But there's a Vice Wall in the way, so G2 triple swing through it together so no one gets left behind. Off the wall triggering, Zelsis pops his Vice Flash and swings out of the smoke, but he didn't expect 3 players plus a Roomba to be staring at him. Zelsis dies, John QT spams through the smoke and kills Jog. Leaf then throws his Razorvine's Canteen to stop a fast retake, and it blooms right under Bang's feet. Bang knows the Canteen smoke is about to fade soon. He needs to get out, so he tries to trudge away, but G2 can hear the vines ticking and spam down Bang. G2 are now up, but Sentinels have a plan. G2 start planning. Zekin, Yoru ults. Nera and Junk QT are ready to launch util off that info. Sentinels stun, missile, Yoru flash. Initiator util litters the site, but G2 have one heaven, one site, one B main, and one arcade. They know Sentinels are going to scale off their util, so G2 called to fight together. And so Sentinels run right into a crossfire from all angles. And that's how G2 shut down Sentinels' retake. G2 up 3-1.